Happy New Year, guys. I'm out here on film location where they filmed the movie Mini Warriors 4. If you guys follow motocross, maybe you've seen it. Right behind me here, there used to be a big double. They were jumping over school buses and stuff, so if you want to look up Mini Warriors 4. But yeah, part of that video was filmed out here. And this is one of my very good friend's property. So funny story about that movie real quick. The film guy, I thought they would show it in the credits, but the big double that was right here that they were jumping over the school bus with, the film guy was new to motorcycle riding and he'd been watching too many freestyle movies apparently. So he watched Monty Hill, which is Josh Hill, Supercross racer's dad. He jumps this double in a pair of blue jeans and a hickory shirt or something like that. You know, just on a bike he's never ridden before. It's pouring down rain, it's muddy. And the film guy decides he's gonna do it. And so he's jumping it and he's trying to do like little one-handers and stuff off of it. And he ends up over jumping the thing and doing a slap lander and rips a chunk out of his butt cheek. And that was barely back in the days of cell phones. I happened to have my cell phone. It was a Nextel, and I used to communicate when it was at the motorcycle shop. We would, hey, did so-and-so's parts come in? Anyway, the Nextel stuff. And so I called 911 from out here. And surprisingly, it worked because there's no signal out here in the middle of nowhere in the Douglas fir trees. But yeah, so the ambulance came out and he was missing a big chunk out of his butt. And I think it was where the handlebars stabbed him. It just scooped out his butt and there was like butt fat and stuff. Anyway, it was gross. What I'm gonna show you now is the bike that I'm gonna ride for my race. I'm gonna ride beginner class this year. I was in my parents' house. Maybe I'll film that a little bit. I have a whole bunch of trophies from this race. Was always basically on the podium. And anyway, it just was a hard enduro last year. I wasn't prepared for it. They put a stupid obstacle in the course. And so this year, I'm going way class down. And I'm riding beginner because beginner is in the field kind of like this, and it zigzags around in the woods, and it uses a little bit of the motocross track, so I don't have to crash my buddy's bike over all the endurocross obstacles. My steed for the race, it's a 2007 YZ250. Basically, it's a 2020. They haven't changed anything except for the bold new graphics, and obviously this is one of the white ones. It has a big tank on it, which you can see sat with gas and yellowed out. He just got this bike secondhand. He bought it from a guy who was hard up for money. Pulls really hard, really hard. Pulls harder than my 250SX. He seems to think that it has motor work. Wouldn't surprise me because I've never felt a Japanese bike that was as strong as a KTM. I know I'm slightly biased, but I rode Japanese bikes for a long time. And I've owned multiple 250s, and I've ridden a ton of bikes. I always ride customers' bikes when I worked at the shop. So yeah, this thing pulls hard in the middle. After riding it, I need to bring the shifter lever up. I can't get my boot under it. And I need to bring put the brake pedal down. I'm stalling the bike too much. My foot's hitting it too much. But it's got a brand new set of Michelin S12s on it. So that's pretty good. I'm probably going to take those off and use studs for the race. But it has a bunch of suspension work. He just had the suspension done on it. So it's a solid bike. Unfortunately, the suspension's set up for somebody that's 190 pounds vet pro motocross. And that's not what I'm going to be using it for. So right now, it can't have more than like 80 millimeters of sag with my body on it. And it is bucking me everywhere. And the front end is wearing me out too. So we'll probably take 10 clicks of compression out of it and lower the sag and a few things like that, and it might work pretty good for me. But you'll see in the video that I took her for a little detour, runaway motorcycle route into the blackberry bushes, and pretty much tried to slip my wrists in the blackberry bushes. But yeah, some hazards. These are the big fat Pacific Northwest blackberries, and she pretty much tried to murder my wrist open, but we'll get that cleaned up. That's okay. Holy crap. It's about 37 degrees out here. So 190 pound Vet Pro. Now I'm 150 pounds. And we're not on a motocross track. So the suspension's a little stiff right now. I have no idea what air pressure's in it, but it feels like 14 to 16. I just need to, I'm trying to focus on staying loose. And obviously the track is really overgrown. So just kind of picked a line around the blackberry bushes. Probably should have worn my trials boots. Woo! He started looping, slipping and looping, slipping and looping. Got those blackberries to slow me down. So what happened there is the back end just bucked me real bad. So once we get the sag set up, make sure I got my other camera attached. Once we get the sag set up, get her in neutral here. I haven't had much experience with blackberries for the last 20 years. 14 years, whatever I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's a runaway bike stop. Yeah, those that's a kind of a whoop section right through there. I just got kind of squirrely off the top one. Gave me a little whiskey throttle. Back to it. It's over the downhill here. Or uphill. So I kind of wanted to ride out here because this is closer to the conditions that I'm going to be racing in. This orange clay with grass. We'll go up the hill and then turn. Oops. Gotta adjust this brake, it's a little bit too high. I'm stalling it a ton because I can't get brake chatter when I'm coming in on the brakes. Because it's slick. I'm not used to riding mud, so I don't know where the braking points are. My 250SX, I put the weaker power valve spring in it. This thing definitely pulls harder in the middle. Sure am missing that hydraulic clutch. Woo! Definitely have to set the sag before I ride tomorrow. I think there might be a tree stump in the grass right there. Definitely was right there. Can't believe it didn't fall over. Okay. I should probably stop before my hand stops working completely and utterly. You know you're at an awesome moto house when the hose has hot water. Hot water hose. So I'll just put that little bit of riding footage in there. You guys can kind of see what I'm riding around in. It's orange clay with grass on top of it, so it's really slick. What you can't see is the back end is really boogieing around. And I got to get used to the throttle on this. I think I need to lube the cable a little bit and stuff. It's a little bit sticky. So yeah, after a little bit of setup, it'll be okay. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'm gonna get to cleaning myself up and going back to visiting family members. Take care.